Hi, my name is Kim Yu Zing. I have decided to do my course project on Administer-eMAR, and this is basically about the 5 rights, which is the right patient, the right dose, the right drug, the right route, and the right time. As you can see, on the top hand right corner, you always have the patient information, so you get the patient's name, the ID, the physician's name, and then on the bottom you get the demographic, billing, insurance, and order. So if you click on demographic, you have the date of birth, the address, social security, preferred language, race, ethnic, employees, any allergies or anything that's under demographic. When you click on allergies, you have to show that what is this patient allergic to, which is, for mine, the patient is allergic to peanuts, shellfish, and then drug would be Tylenol. So obviously, if the physician assign or prescribe her something, they need to take into consideration about these allergies and the drug that she's allergic to. And then on the bottom, you can hit continue, or you can go back to the nurse dashboard, which will bring you back to the very beginning with the patient information, where you can move around to see what other things you need to look before the physician prescribed the medication. When you go to the nurse dashboard, you will see patient information. Under it, you could order imaging. You have the smart pump. Also, you have the drug, the medication, the lab, and medical history, and also the BCMA. Medical history, which contains whatever. If my patient been in the hospital for more than once, so obviously she's been there more than once, so she's gonna have more than one documentations on her history that she had. Maybe she had a knee surgery, maybe she had a heart attack, anything that it'll be under the medical history. Once we click on the order type, we click on the drugs. So drug, which shows that which medication she's taking right now. So she's taking Forex, which is for migraines. She's taking it by mouth twice a day, or even if she needed more than twice a day. So on the bottom, the physician has to approve it by checking this box. Either sign or send it, or the physician can cancel it and let the patient know that your physician did not prescribe that medication for you. Maybe he had prescribed something else for you. So we would let the patient know that your physician had prescribed something different. Then, if the physician accepts the order and sign and sends off, then we will look under the View Orders tab. You'll see the recent orders. You have the order ID, who was it ordered by, and the date, the time, and they could and also the nurse will click on the recommended drug dose, so it'll tell the patient how many she actually needs to take. Maybe this is one of those where she could take on her own. It doesn't need an actual number that pills that she needs to take. And the nurse can send it off to the pharmacy. After they send it off, the nurse will go back to the nurse dashboard and click on the patient information and click verify orders to make sure everything is correct, because administrator is about verifying everything so that we give it to the right person, the right time, the right area, so nothing is messed up. And over here, the small box, you could check it, you could delete, or you could check it and you can save. If it's saved, that means it's going to send through, and then everything's going to process the way it is. And then you also have the rules repository down here to click on if the nurse need to remind him or herself of something, or you could delete it, and then that means the physician did not prescribe that medication. Once everything's done, you will go back to the dashboard, nurse dashboard, and if you click on patient information, it's going to either bring you back to the original patient demographic and other stuff, or on the bottom you can click on new patient if a new patient is coming in. You can do doctor's order, or you can log off because you're done. You don't want any other people to check to see what is this patient's information and other things. and we want to make sure that everything's confidential, that nothing is wrong. And also, before they do everything, the final step, they will always verify and check and double check again to make sure everything's correct. Thank you.